So with this movement, we're going to do it on one side. The body turns, brings the arm inside, spear hands out from the chest. Then we sink our weight as our hands come together. Go to the back leg, Baibu. Turn, bring the waist all the way around, hand over the head. Extend one hand on top, on bottom. Suck in, and then extend out. Seat on the other side. Turn, guide that arm over, keep the shoulder down, elbow in. Press out from the chin, hands come together. Use the waist to turn downward as the hands spread. Baibu towards the back. Bring the waist all the way around. Extend and absorb. Once again, extend. Here it is from a different angle, so you can see how that hand turns over. The waist guides that hand. Bring it all the way to the center. The elbows meet in the center. And extend. Turn as you drop your weight to one side. And hand tucks in, Baibu. Bring that waist all the way around. Extend. Absorb. And extend. And from the back side, turning. You can see how the elbows really work here. They come together. Extending out. Bring that energy down. Turning the waist. One hand up, one down. Keep the hands close to the body. Guide that energy all the way back. Extend one hand upward, one in the bottom. Bring that energy in, elbow on the inside of the thigh. Extend again. You need to do the circle right away because it's the only way to continue practicing this movement, changing sides. So as I get to that center point, I use my hips to guide me and turn right across the center. Extend out as the other hand is tucked under the armpit. Hands together. Weight towards that back leg. Baibu. Turn. Keep my back aligned with the circle. Extend. Retract. Extend. Then I can change sides. Turn towards the center. Walking the other way. See a little begin faster now. Nice and relaxed. You don't want to use energy and you don't want your limbs to move on their own. It's the whole body. Once we change sides, it's the same thing. Inside hand turns out, extend forward, drop the weight down, swirl the whole body around, extend, retract, extend, change directions. Now we're going to break down every movement piece by piece. Turn from the waist, guide the hand, back to the center, spear hand out. Elbows together, shoulders down. 2. Turn. This can be a trap, absorb, deflect, many different options, but first we want to learn how to control the energy. Now the second part. This is how we slide the weight down. We can start this a lot higher. I know some people have problems with the knees, but with correct posture, this will help that. Turn the waist around and extend those hands straight forward. Then we bring them back in, just like we're holding a bucket, drop the weight towards that back leg. Once again, tuck the arm and rotate. And we're just going to keep practicing this rotation. Hands in, turn the waist, drop it down. You can get a little lower as you get more comfortable. You want to really listen to your body as you try to strengthen it. Listen to things that are tweaking or something that's out of place. Listen to it and take your time. Everything's designed to heal if you do it correctly. I want to do it a little bit lower. Same thing. Pressing that weight all the way down. And turn Baibu to the back. Bring the hand across. Extend out. Hands in. Drop the weight to the back. Turn Baibu. Finally, the last part of the movement, just suck in that energy, extend it out, elbows in, shoulders down. Then we go back to our position and reset. Pull in the energy, extend, small step, don't raise up. Back to the center. It's important that you keep your height the same after you extend. You want to keep that lower base, that's where the power comes from. Very simple exercise, but you can do it all day and it will make everything stronger. You can begin to use a little bit of force with both the absorption and the extension, but don't strain yourself. You feel like you're throwing your hands both inward and outward. Now it's time to practice all the movements from a stationary position. So here, you're learning how to trade hands back and forth, covering and deflecting that front, pressing out from the center. Relax those hips, and we really want to feel it swirling from what we call the dantian, which is right below the belly button. Same thing now, except for now we're practicing trading steps. And as I step back, I bring in one hand and extend. So when you go back, the hand recoils, forward it extends. This will help you build fluidity with all of your techniques. You should be able to do it stationary or in motion. Here we are with the second part of the technique. Now I'm just using a little small step forward to one direction so I can really understand how to develop that power from the waist and from the legs. Now we're alternating sides. Learn how to strengthen the body through these techniques so that you don't have to think about a particular technique. Let the technique just guide itself and react how you would react naturally. From a lower position, this really helps to open up those hips and creates flexibility and power within those joints too. Even old men can do these techniques over and over again, but you must take your time, extend all the way out, let your body drive you down, not just your hand. Now we're just going to keep turning here, just like a step, so you can really feel how this motion works by itself. Just parrying back not too far, but you are kind of drifting out of the way of danger and getting a good stretch on that core. Bye, boo. Turn. That inside hand really is going to be important for covering and deflecting. We are absorbing. This one's easy enough. It's really a matter of sucking in, extending out. Now we can do it with small shangbu, or a forward step. Of course, you could do it with banbu, half step. Here we are with a multi-step. This is the small review from last time, step to power. 2, 3, and we go 1, the pivot step, 2, and then 3. And again, 1, pivot step, 2, 3. You can watch the video Step to Power for a review. Now we're done with 1, 2, and this hand extends at the end, 3. Now I alternate hands, I do a kobu at the same time that hand comes in. Extends from my center, 3. 1. Follow that hand, 2, 3. And we're doing is zigzag. So faster here, nice and relaxed, 1, 2, 3. Practicing the multi-step will really open up your option on how things are done. In combat, you have to be fluid. Whoever controls the footwork controls the game. So learn stationary, but everything must be able to be done with the multi-step. Now we're going to get even more fluid, so you're not really caught into any pattern, but you understand how to move around using this movement, using this energy at any time, from any angle. Here it is for the second part. We're going to start higher. 1, 2, 3. Drop the weight. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to bring it down lower, just sinking that weight, nice and relaxed. Breathe in, exhale, breathe in, exhale. Turn right around and practice going back. This one, we drop our weight right on that pivot step. And now we're just going to use a back step with this one since it's easier at first. But see how my hands swirl in the beginning? That's my protection. So I go forward and then a backwards through step. Block off the energy, backwards through step, control the range. This movement's easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Find that angle, absorb. This is how you parry from the side of an attack, so you can end up behind an opponent, not just in front of him. Now some simple patterns on the dummy. This is the first movement. Now we're just bringing that arm down and bringing that spear hand up. It's the same movement. 1, 2, 1, 2. See how the hand still comes into the mouth, just as we practiced before. And as I turn my hips, you'll see there's an opportunity for the third hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are all just working, parrying, and deflecting. What you want to do is create gears so that when an attack comes in, it's broken automatically. Once you get comfortable, begin stepping from one side to the other. Don't get caught in the pattern. Learn the pattern and free yourself with the pattern. Little taps, but they're all coming from the waist, so they will create enough force to snap or stop. So in this one, I bring my hands in together, attack the middle. As I bring them together, there's a little X. Whatever hand touches, the other one goes out. So I use my outside hand to touch that parry and enter inside. See how my waist projects energy straight forward. On the other side, and then alternating. See that one touch, I create an opening. It gives me a hard, solid strike with very little room, making an opportunity. And see how that X comes in as I step in forward. The legs carry the body carries the hand. So as soon as I touch, my hands are really more like antennas. They tell me where the signal is coming from. Now I can do a first parry and then go into that attack. But this X guard is very important. See how one hand goes forward, the other one goes back to generate more power. I'm really pulling myself around the opponent as I do this to create that opening. Doing this from the sides of his attack where he has no vision is even easier. Now we're absorbing. When I absorb here, I'm going to basically bat this attack down and use that to gain momentum for another attack. When his attack comes in, I drop my weight on top of it and strike it. See, all the motions become smaller in reality. And as I pull it now, I do another block. It gives me more momentum and more torque on that punch. Working these little patterns will really teach you freedom. First learn how to do them, and then learn how to not do them. On the other side. On the other side, I can also work a combination if I want. You see how that little step back gives me just enough punch or torque on the body to create more power. And you're never striking with your hands, let it go the whole body. You're putting all of them together on both sides. So I start off to the top, 1, 2, then I go to one side, and I retract back, stopping on top. Learning how to do this pattern at first will confuse you, but once you understand energy, you'll see that it will free you from the idea of having to do the same thing. All of the movements and techniques are just keys, showing you how to find opportunity. These are the same 3 movements. I'm just using different ranges and different possibilities of when to do what. Make sure the feet stay fluid no matter what you do. If your feet are stuck, you're stuck. We're doing a stop kick first. First I stop him as I strike. I'm doing that first part of that motion first. I'm just doing it 2 times. So coil inside, 2 times, and then I strike that inside. Now, as I do the second movement, I look for an opportunity from the side. You see there's a little leg room there. I'm just creating enough room with that leg to get that kick off. So use that X guard, strike inside. You can do it with a low kick or a high kick, but his hands, he'll be focused on your hands. As he's focused on your hands, reach in and grab that rib. This is a very surprising kick, and it's pretty hard to deflect, but you need to make sure you're pushing him back and he's not pushing you back. This one here was withdrawing back with the last motion, parry, drop back. This could be a grab too, but you see how I create just enough room to get that kick in, another strike. The kick should be as fluid as the hands. It should never feel like additional movement. Practice it until it's just as fluid as the hands. And as soon as you finish any kicking technique, you should be immediately able to recover and strike again.